Hi there, my name is Shannon McGinley and I'm the Executive Director of Cornerstone Action. And here we are in the middle of the filing period to run for public office in New Hampshire. And folks have questions about how much does it cost to run for state rep. And I would say that there are two different kinds of costs. There's the actual monetary cost and then there's an opportunity cost to run. And so I'm going to break those down. And the first one in monetary cost is it's $2 to actually file to run for office. And then as far as the cost of a campaign, it probably depends on your district, but anywhere between $800 and a couple of $1,000s. For some folks, they feel like that they can afford to do that themselves. For others, they feel like they can bring in some other donors that can help to cover those expenses. And more often than not, their friends and family members will pool around them and help to support them to run for office. And that buys you things like a palm card, a headshot, a signage, lawn signs, for example. And then as far as the cost goes, once you've actually become elected, you're paid $100 a year. So it really should be viewed as a voluntary position. And you do get your tolls paid for as well. And but I think more importantly, it's about the opportunity cost rather than it is the monetary cost. To think about, do you have the ability to balance it with perhaps a job or your family or other commitments that you may have, and to consider reprioritizing, some of your priorities that may be in your life to take the time to run for this position that's so badly needed to have the voices of our values being brought to Concord. And then as far as the time commitment goes, you can expect from the time of the session begins in January to the beginning of June that you would need to take off, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, not every single week, but you would have the Mondays and Fridays to yourself. And we know that the session will go until June in a year where you're dealing with the budget, which will be next year. And then when it's an election year, you would probably be done by Memorial Day or so. And so, there is a balance in terms of time to consider the opportunity costs, but it's all in what you put into it. If you join a committee and how much time that you put into that committee, or whether you show up only for session days on Wednesdays or Thursdays. Sometimes there could be 2 sessions a week, or at the very end when it's crunch time, there could be a 3-session week, although I don't think that we had that this session. And so we're happy to answer any further questions that you might have about the details of the time commitment as well. If you reach out to Cornerstone at NHCornerstone.org, we're happy to walk you through those questions and connect you with other allied organizations who are hosting different training events to help you learn more about how to run for public office.